Longest migration on record， 咁呢一個咧係主要講一個即係好長嘅一個嘅咩叫 migration 咧，就係遷居嘅移居嘅意思啦。咁咧就係話即係喺記錄上一個最長嘅移民移居咁嘅意思。咁其實係講一啲雀仔咯，啲雀仔咧可以由好遠嘅地方去遷徙去另一個地方。咁呢篇文章就係最主要講呢啲嘢啦。Don't let the small size of the Arctic tern fool you as to what it can do. This tiny seabird traveled the equivalent of flying twice around the planet in the longest migration trip ever record. 好啦，嗱就話呢一隻雀仔咧就係 small size， 即係好鬼細隻嘅，但係咧就千祈唔好俾佢即係 fool you， 即係會整蠱到你啦。就係話原來佢係可以做嘅嘢咧係好多嘅。咁呢隻 tiny seabird travelled， 即係佢可以咧係flying twice around the planet in the longest migration trip ever record， 即係話咧佢係可以連續咁樣飛圍繞住個地球咧係飛咗2次咁長嘅旅程。The Arctic tern, which weighs about 100 grams, clocked up 59,650 miles during its migration trip from the UK to Antarctica and back. The total distance this tiny seabird travelled is more than twice the planet's circumference. 咁呢度再講多一次咧，就係話佢係飛咗圍繞咗個地球2次啦，亦都呢度再講一次咧，就係圍繞住呢個地球嘅圓周啦2次。呢隻雀仔其實係非常細隻㗎，只係大約係得100個 gram 嘅啫。OK， 咁但係佢係可以飛咗咁多嘅英里啦，咁就係佢係由邊度開始飛啦？係由英國飛去呢個南極洲，跟住仲飛翻去，咁所以係飛咗好遠嘅一個旅程。第一條啦 ，Why might the tern impress someone？ Impress 咧就係使人印象深刻嘅意思嘅。咁點解會令人印象咁深刻咧？就係因為第一佢好細隻啦，但係咧佢竟然係可以飛，即係為咗移居去一個地方咧，佢係可以飛咗成個地球即係圍咗個圓周2次咁長嘅一個咁遠嘅距離，咁所以就可以 impress 到我哋啦。我哋睇一睇上邊。咁點解咁 impressive 咧？就係因為佢係 tiny 啦。佢話因為呢隻 tiny seabird travel the equivalent of flying twice around the planet in the longest migration trip ever record。咁最主要都係因為呢一句呢個原因。睇翻啦，就其實都係主要照抄嘅啫，咁所以冇乜特別嘅。This is because 咁就抄翻呢一句，咁所以咧就係個答案啦。咁接住我哋睇下一段啦。Last July, the Arctic tern flew from its breeding grounds and started the journey down Africa's west coast。咁呢隻雀仔咧，其實都好犀利啦，因為佢哋咧就會係由佢哋嘅 breeding grounds。咁究竟係咩？邊度係佢個即係個繁殖地咧？就係佢係由英國開始啦。咁跟住就係 start the journey down Africa's west coast， 跟住就兜咗落去非洲嘅西岸啦。The seabird ground Cape of Good Hope in South Africa and flew towards the Indian Ocean。好啦，咁佢跟住點樣飛咧？佢就即係首先就係呢一個好望角啦，非洲南非嗰個好望角嗰度飛啦，然後咧就向住印度洋喎，即係向東面飛啦。In November, it finally arrived in Antarctica. The midpoint is in its epic round trip。咁即係話咧，佢咧係會點樣咧？最尾就去到呢個南極洲啦。咁但係去到南極洲咧，只係佢個終點站嚟嘅啫，呢個漫長旅程嘅終點站。Many migrations are nowhere near this long. Robins living in North America, for example, are short distance migrants。咁即係話 robins 呢種雀仔咧，只係叫知更鳥啦。咁佢哋就會只係飛一啲好短嘅旅程嘅啫。They relocate with the seasons, but most remain within the US year round。咁佢哋只會遷徙咧係去即係只係某啲季節會遷徙，而大部分時間都係喺美國。咁一對比之下咧，就會發覺咧呢隻嘅 Arctic tern 咧係比即係好犀利啦。佢哋係唔簡單嘅一隻雀仔，因為佢哋係可以飛好遠好遠嘅距離。題啦 ，The terns began their journey in Africa。錯啦，其實佢係應該係 UK 啦，係英國飛去Antarctica 啦。The terns flew to the Indian Ocean after flying past Africa。咁呢個係啦，因為佢去咗非洲，跟住先至向印度洋嗰邊飛啊嘛。 Some terns stay in the US during winter。咁佢哋係啲 terns 唔係 stay in winter，係啲 robins， 即係嗰啲知更鳥先至會 stay in US， 所以呢個錯咯。The terns finish back at the Arctic。佢冇講過喎，係咪翻去呢一個嘅去到呢度都未講過，係咪呢個係北極圈？咁冇講過呢樣嘢，咁所以唯一嘅答案咧就係 B 啦。A small device attached to one of their legs monitors migrating birds' journey. The 0.7-gram lightweight device is believed to have no impact on birds' flight。即係話咧，嗰個係即係嗰隻雀仔的確係好細，但係佢嗰個裝置都好細，得0.7個 gram 嘅啫，差唔多係等於係冇嘢咁樣嘅。咁就係 is believed to be， 即係相信咧係對啲雀仔冇影響。咁點解係相信係咧？因為其實你都冇問過隻雀仔咯。咁佢最主要就係話，即係啲人覺得啲科學家覺得係唔會對佢哋嘅飛行旅程係有影響。In the course of its epic travel, our marathon flyer 呢個馬拉松嘅飛行者當然就係指翻呢一隻嘅叫做 Arctic tern 呢隻雀仔啦。Deep down into the sea waters to catch fish to eat during the journey。咁佢哋有時咧就會落去啲水嗰度咧，就去即係攞啲魚去食。It's really quite humbling to see these tiny birds return when you consider the huge distances they've had to travel and how they've battled to survive。即係話咧，令人好，你會感覺上好慚愧或者好謙虛嘅意思，或者係更加好，就係話覺得呢啲咁嘅雀仔幾咁努力去飛一個好，即係為咗生存而飛一啲好遠嘅旅程啦。咁亦都係點樣去戰鬥去希望即係生存。Said Richard Bevan。A member of the team who tracked the bird's progress at Newcastle University。咁而呢一個人咧就係專係追蹤呢啲雀仔嘅即係進展啊、旅程啊咁樣嘅。第3條問題啦 ，What effects does the tracker have on the animals？ 究竟呢啲咁樣嘅追蹤器有啲咩影響咧？咁上邊都講咗啦，就係冇影響嘅。第4題嗰個 marathon flyer 就係嗰隻 Arctic tern 啦，當然係。睇翻個答案啦，就係 It is believed to have no impact on the bird's flight， 同埋個 marathon flyer 就係 refers to the Arctic tern。好啦，到去下一段啦，就while the Arctic tern is able to complete the longest migration ever recorded, the bar-tailed godwit。Another migratory bird is able to complete the journey from the Arctic to New Zealand in only 8 days。嗱，咁頭先呢一隻咧就講完啦，就話佢哋係最長啦，個冠軍啦。咁而呢一隻雀仔咧係竟然係可以8日就由呢一個嘅北極呢個係北極飛到去呢一個嘅去紐西蘭喎。It manages this incredible feat by flying non-stop。咁而呢一隻特別咧係完全唔停嘅。This highly determined migratory bird is capable of completing its migration even without food stops en route。甚至咧係因為點解佢哋唔需要停咧？根本就唔需要落去啲水度攞，即係食魚啊之類。而佢係可以係食都唔食嘢，沿途食都唔食嘢，一路由呢一個嘅北極飛到去紐西蘭，用8日嘅時間。咁所以呢一隻咧都係另一隻好犀利嘅，即係一隻雀仔啦。問題啦 ，What is the other long-distance migrant special trick？ 即係佢哋有啲咩特別嘅伎倆？有乜嘢令到佢哋會喺即係會係同佢可以比較到咧？咁同埋咁樣呢樣嘢有咩幫助咧？佢哋嘅 special trick 咧就係能夠可以 fly non-stop 啦，唔需要停啦，兼且仲要可以係 without food stop， 即係完全咧係唔需要食嘢嘅。OK， 咁同埋咧就咁究竟點樣可以幫到佢咧？就係可以能夠幫佢咧飛到，即係可以 complete the journey from Arctic to New Zealand in only 8 days 啦。即係話咧，就係因為佢停都唔停，所以咧就8日之內就可以喺北極飛到去紐西蘭，就你又變咗係由北極飛咗去南極啊，可以用8日時間。專欄啦，我哋睇一睇啦。The bar-tailed godwit flies non-stop and doesn't have food stops and route， 即係話咧喺沿途咧係冇即係唔需要食嘢啦，亦都係唔需要停嘅。咁樣咧，咁究竟點樣有咩幫助咧？就係 this helps it to make the journey quicker, taking only 8 days to fly from the Arctic to New Zealand， 就係話可以令到佢咧飛得快啲啦，因為佢呢個特別伎倆就係8日唔需要食嘢，唔需要停呢個伎倆，咁就令到可以幫佢可以用8日嘅時間，用8日嘅時間由北極飛去南極嘅紐西蘭。最尾嗰段啦 ，While the Arctic tern are not an endangered species yet, sadly their populations are believed to be decreasing in recent years。咁即係話咧，我哋頭先講呢隻雀仔咧係唔係瀕臨絕種嘅一種生物啦，但係佢哋個數字都減少。There are over 2,000 breeding pairs of Arctic terns on Farne Islands, but the breeding colonies in the Outer Hebrides and Shetlands in Scotland have shown lower numbers of chicks being born than previously， 即係話而家越嚟越少嗰啲即係細雀仔啦，即係佢哋嗰隻嘅幼象。Experts theorize that this could be the result of climate change, as the warm ocean waters cause the sand eels to move towards the north。咁即係話咧，啲專家啦 theorize 咧係由 theory 呢個字可以變到出嚟啦，即係理論啦。咁即係從理論上推論所得咧，就係原因係點解會少咗呢啲雀仔咧？就係有呢個嘅氣候改變，咁令到啲海鰻咧就即係去咗北面啊。The breeding colonies of Arctic terns feed on sand eels. Bevan added that the terns are highly sensitive to marine environmental changes。咁即係話咧，由於天氣改變咧，就令到呢啲佢哋食嘅海鰻咧就去咗北面，咁而佢哋咧係靠食呢啲嘅海鰻嘅，咁所以咧就係佢哋係，而且佢哋係非常之敏感。咁 in the study, scientists tagged 29 birds with their leg devices, and only 20 birds have returned。即係話29隻雀仔就的確咧係飛去南極洲，但係得20隻翻嚟。Some of the birds may have died during the trip, and it is possible some of the terns will not fly back to the UK every year to breed。咁原因可能有兩個啦，有啲就係途中太辛苦死咗啦，亦都可能係因為佢哋都未必一定係翻去英國去繁殖，咁所以就追蹤唔到佢哋啦。頭先啦，我哋講話嗰個 theorize 點解咧？咁推論所得啦，咁所以係解 propose。propose 咧即係有 suggest 嘅意思。即係話只係即係推論上 ，deny 咧係有否認嘅意思，咁所以唔啱啦。imagine 係解幻想，咁都唔啱嘅。Why might hotter seas affect a tern's migration？ 點解嗰啲即係嗰啲海越嚟越熱嘅話，會影響佢哋嘅即係移居嘅狀況咧？點解？唔識嘅同學咧，其實你會覺得咧，就係佢話係即係嗰個係 hotter sea 啊嘛，咁其實咪即係等於 warm ocean waters。咁你揾到呢個字嘅話，就揾到即係大致上個答案嘅位置啦。咁最主要嘅原因咧，就係因為佢有 result of 啊嘛，咁就係 because 咧 climate change，because of the climate change caused by the sand eels。caused by the sand eels 啦，咁而佢哋咧就 move towards the north， 嗰啲 sand eels 就係 move towards the north， 咁而佢哋咧就係佢 added that， 咁即係再加上就係因為 the terns are highly sensitive to marine environmental changes， 因為佢哋咧係對於海洋嗰個環境改變係好敏感，咁所以咧就會影響佢哋個移居嘅 pattern 啦，就會係。睇一睇呢一題啦，呢題係比較難嘅一題咧，就係話 This is because the terns are very sensitive to marine environmental changes， 就係因為佢哋咧係對於啲海洋嘅環境改變係好敏感啦 ，sensitive。咁而咧 the climate change causes the sand eels which they feed on move to the north， 而嗰個嘅即係環境改變咧，就令到啲佢哋食嘅嗰種 sand eels 咧係即係搬咗去北面啊，咁所以咧就會係令到佢呢一個嘅移居嘅 pattern 有所改變啦。